This is my story. The reason I believe it can take 20 years for a woman to come forward after sexual abuse is complex. Recently, I was watching a case in New York where many women accused a famous man of sexual abuse. Some of them, unfortunately, couldn't have their cases seen in court because their incidents had happened over 20 years ago, outside the statute of limitations. This breaks my heart. I believe that, just like in New Jersey, there should be no statute of limitations for sexual abuse cases in any state or country. The reality is, the wounds from sexual abuse don't heal easily. For some, it takes years, even decades, to process the trauma enough to come forward. For me, I didn't even realize I had CPTSD, complex post-traumatic stress disorder. I spent years in a fog, not understanding why my anxiety was so high, why it was so hard to communicate, or why I was disconnected from the world. This constant state of exhaustion and pain weighed on me every day, and the world felt like a place I could never fully join. It wasn't until recently that I understood something important. The mental health industry had very little knowledge of CPTSD for most of those years. The therapists I sought help from simply didn't have the tools to guide me through understanding the trauma I carried. It wasn't my fault. And it's not the fault of anyone who struggles to come forward about their abuse. Healing takes time, especially when you've been surviving without even knowing the full extent of the damage. So if you're like me and suspect you're living with CPTSD, I want you to know, it's not your fault. Thank you for being here. Subscribe and kindly leave a message.